Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arrival in Rio de Janeiro marks a pivotal moment in India's ongoing engagement with the global community. As he steps onto Brazilian soil for a 4-day visit, anticipation is high, not just for the diplomatic meetings and ceremonial welcomes, but for the historic 17th BRICS Summit that awaits. This year, the summit holds special significance. For the first time, the BRICS bloc has expanded its membership beyond the original 5 nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, to include 6 new members: Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. The addition of these countries brings the total to 11, transforming the group into a formidable coalition that now represents over half the world's population and nearly 40% of global economic output. The focus of the summit is broad and ambitious. Leaders from these diverse nations will address some of the most pressing challenges of our times, ranging from peace and security to the responsible use of artificial intelligence, from climate action to global health, and from multilateral cooperation to economic and financial stability. Against the backdrop of a rapidly shifting geopolitical landscape, the BRICS Summit provides a unique platform for emerging economies to shape the global agenda, championing a multipolar world order where power and influence are more widely distributed. Prime Minister Modi's presence at the summit underscores India's commitment to multilateralism and its growing stature as a voice for the global South. Over the next several days, he is expected to participate in high-level discussions, bilateral meetings, and cultural exchanges, each designed to strengthen ties with fellow BRICS members and the newly admitted partners. The agenda is packed, but the underlying goal is clear: to foster cooperation, promote sustainable development, and ensure that the benefits of globalization are shared more equitably. While the world's attention is fixed on events in Brazil, another significant development is underway back home in India. In Bihar, a massive democratic exercise is unfolding. The Election Commission of India has launched a special intensive revision of the electoral rolls, a project of unprecedented scale and complexity. This comprehensive update, the first of its kind since 2003, aims to ensure the accuracy and integrity of Bihar's voter lists in advance of the upcoming assembly elections. The revision process requires nearly 30 million residents to submit documentary proof of their date and place of birth. For those born after 1987, the requirement extends to include similar evidence for each parent. The rationale is clear: to eliminate duplicate entries, correct inaccuracies, and accommodate the demographic shifts that have occurred due to migration and rapid urbanization. By updating the rolls, the Election Commission hopes to fortify the foundations of India's democracy, ensuring that every eligible citizen has a voice and that the electoral process remains transparent and fair. The response from the people of Bihar has been overwhelming. More than 1 crore electors have already submitted enumeration forms, a testament to the state's robust democratic spirit. This mass participation reflects not only faith in the electoral process, but also a desire to be counted and heard. However, the revision has not been without controversy. Opposition parties and civil society groups have raised concerns that the stringent documentation requirements may inadvertently disenfranchise vulnerable communities, particularly those lacking access to birth certificates or other official records. These worries have sparked a lively debate on the need for inclusivity and the importance of balancing administrative rigor with compassion. Amid the electoral fervor, Bihar has quietly achieved another technological milestone. It has become the first state in India to implement mobile phone-based e-voting in municipal bypolls and elections across 6 Nagar panchayats. This innovative initiative, led by the Bihar State Election Commission in collaboration with the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, marks a significant step forward in making democracy more accessible. The e-voting facility was made available to eligible pregnant women, senior citizens, migrant workers, and persons with disabilities, groups that often face barriers when voting at traditional polling booths. Using the e-SEC-BHR app, these voters could cast their ballots from the comfort of their homes. The app incorporated cutting-edge security features, including blockchain encryption, facial recognition, voter ID verification, and device restrictions to ensure the integrity of the voting process. The results were remarkable. Over 70% of registered voters opted for the mobile e-voting system, compared to a turnout of just over 54% at traditional polling stations. This leap in participation not only demonstrates the potential of technology to deepen democracy, but also points the way forward for future electoral reforms across the country. These developments, both at home and abroad, underscore the dynamism and complexity of India's role in the 21st century. On the world stage, India is positioning itself as a bridge between continents, cultures, and economies. It is advocating for a fairer, more inclusive global order, one that recognizes the aspirations of developing nations and amplifies their voices at the highest levels of decision-making. At the same time, India is working tirelessly to strengthen its own democratic institutions, harness technology for the public good, and ensure that every citizen has an equal stake in the nation's future. As Prime Minister Modi meets with his counterparts in Brazil, the eyes of the world are on the BRICS Summit. The expanded membership and ambitious agenda are signs of a changing era, one where new alliances and partnerships are redefining the contours of international relations. The discussions on artificial intelligence, climate action, and global health are particularly timely, given the rapid pace of technological change and the growing challenges posed by environmental degradation and pandemics. By engaging with these issues, the BRICS nations are not only shaping their own destinies, but also contributing to solutions that will benefit the entire planet. Meanwhile, the people of Bihar, and indeed all of India, are showing that democracy is alive and well through mass participation in the electoral revision and the pioneering use of e-voting technology. They are demonstrating their commitment to a system that is both resilient and adaptable. The challenges are real, and the debates are often intense, but the underlying message is one of hope and determination. In the days to come, as the outcomes of the BRICS Summit unfold and the electoral preparations in Bihar continue, the world will be watching. These stories of international diplomacy and grassroots democracy are intertwined, reflecting the many ways in which India is shaping its future and, in the process, helping to shape the future of the world. Through dialogue, innovation, and a steadfast commitment to shared values, India is charting a course toward a more just, inclusive, and sustainable tomorrow.